And what is up, everybody? Welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about Survivor Series 2023. This premium live event only has a couple of matches, but they are all going to be great. So let's talk about all the matches, some rumors that I've heard, and my predictions. Let's get into it. Our first match is going to be Carlito versus Santos Escobar. Right off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and say Santos is going to be winning this match. Because you can't start a feud with the rest of the LWO and not win. With Rhea out of the picture right now because he did actually have legitimate knee surgery, they're going to kind of have to stretch this feud out just a little bit. And right now, I kind of think that the only person Carlito is going to have is Zelina. I think at the end of this match, you're going to see Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro joining Mr. Santos Escobar. We know they're just going to reform the faction that they had back in NXT, and we just have to wait for Rhea to come back. That's about it. All right, and then the next up for the Intercontinental Championship, it is going to be The Miz versus Gunther. Big prediction alert. The Miz. The Miz. I think now that Gunther has been the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, it's time for him to move on. It's time for him to move on to Seth Rollins, to a world title, something bigger than the Intercontinental Championship. And I'm pretty sure I just read some kind of interview where he was like, I'm basically over the Intercontinental Championship. I need something new. So right then and there, we should know that there's something new on the horizon for him. Or is it going to be him with a tag team championship with the other dudes from Imperium? But somehow, some way, The Miz is going to win this match. I feel it. Again, big prediction. But I don't know how yet. I don't know if it's going to be a clean win or, he's going to do whatever it takes to win. Like he's been saying in his promos the past couple of weeks. He'll probably cheat. It's The Miz. And then moving on to the Women's World Championship, it is going to be Mami, Rhea Ripley versus Zoey Stark. This is the Judgment Day. They all have gold right now. They're not going to let Rhea Ripley just lose the title. I am kind of a fan of Zoey Stark. She's starting to grow on me a lot. And obviously, we know Shayna Baszler is going to be out at ringside, so I think she's going to get involved and probably end up costing Zoey the match. Now, I don't think this is going to lead to Zoey versus Shayna yet, but I do think that Rhea is going to win, but maybe a little part of me thinks that maybe Nia Jax might come down afterwards. Something's going to happen with Rhea. All I know is every time Rhea's in the ring, she makes for a great match. She makes the people she's with look even better. Hopefully she can do it really well with Zoey as well. And I also have a feeling that this is probably going to be the kickoff match of the night. I think the place would erupt as soon as Rhea's music hit. Definitely. All right, now moving on to the Wargames match. The first one is going to be the women's, and it is Becky Lynch, Bianca BelAir, Charlotte Flair, and Shotzi versus Bayley, Io Sky, Kairi Sane, and Asuka. Yay, this match is sponsored by Ruffles. Who's going to get the advantage? Make sure you vote in a survey on Twitter. Also, why do the women only get 4 people and the dudes get 5? They definitely should have added one more person to each side. As for the winner, I do think it is going to be Becky, Bianca, Charlotte, and Shotzi. I think this match is going to start to tell a brand new story for Damage Control. Rumor has it that Bayley could be on her way out from Damage Control, and the person pushing her out is going to be Kairi Sane. The story is basically Kairi Sane has been pulling the strings the whole time, and that's the reason we have Asuka now. So now we can get Kabuki Warriors 2.0. I think the explosion of Damage Control is probably going to come either towards the very end of the match, or you're really going to see it just start breaking down right from the very beginning. Do I want to see face Bayley again? I don't know, man. I really love Bayley as a heel. But, she has been a heel for a very, very long time now. If she does turn face, which would be okay, just don't grow the ponytail back out again, please. Now, as for Dakota Kai, she'll probably be out there. Remember, she still can't get involved, I think. Take a quick second to think about, if she's out there hanging out outside of the shark cage, maybe Bayley is the last one to come out, we'll say, and she goes to come out, and Dakota Kai, remember what she did back in NXT? Remember when Tegan Nox was ready to come out of the shark cage and Dakota crushed her? What if that's what happens to Bayley? I think that would be a great callback and a great angle, because then that would mean Dakota Kai's ready to go. She's got to be ready to go pretty soon, right? She has to be. I hope that's what happens. All right, and then finally for the men's War Game match, we're going to be having Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, and a returning Randy Orton versus the Judgment Day and Drew McIntyre. In any match on this pay-per-view that's going to be super overbooked, it's going to be this one. I think the Judgment Day and Drew McIntyre are going to win. I think that Jey Uso and Randy Orton are going to have some kind of issue during the match. If you think back on Raw when Cody was announcing Randy, they showed a shot of Jey and he was like, oh shit, I forgot about Randy. I think that might create something between them two. And also, I just had this feeling that Sami Zayn is going to be turning heel also. And I think that's also going to involve Jey Uso. Something is definitely going to be happening with Jey Uso during this match. Now, just for the sake of it, we'll say Judgment Day loses. I think this could be setting up Damien Priest being on his way out of Judgment Day. I think he's letting his War Games team leader thing go to his head. And I kind of also feel that Rhea's like, I run the Judgment Day as well. So I can kind of see this being an issue during the War Games, where he says, like Finn, get in there and do whatever and then Finn doesn't do what he wants, and then he just like snaps and, he starts beating up people from the Judgment Day. I can see that happening. That's why I say this match could be so overbooked, because a lot of stories could happen during this match. And also, side note, what are the chances of like Damien being able to cash in on Seth Rollins during the match? Can he do that? And what's not going to stop him? My main pick on this is going to be Judgment Day, but I think this match is just going to get blown out of proportion, and it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to watch. And then finally, we have the biggest possibility of the entire pay-per-view, which I think is a 0.000000001% chance will CM Punk return. I think if he does return, it's going to have to be after the men's War Game match. This way, Orton gets his pop whenever he returns, and then when CM Punk comes out, he gets his pop as well. That's why Monday night on Raw, they announced that Randy Orton was going to be there. This way, it can kind of help calm down the hype about CM Punk returning, or to even help build the bigger surprise of CM Punk returning. I don't know, man. He just talks so much crap about WWE, and I know him and Hunter didn't get along great, but I don't know. I want him back, but at the same time, I know what kind of crap he, dealt with over at AEW, and, maybe that was just a drama-filled promotion. I don't know. I don't work there. Neither do you. If he does return, I'm okay with it. Just let the man return. Let him retire. Don't put him in the Hall of Fame, but let him finish out. I guess that's okay. All right, guys, that's going to be today's show. What are some of the matches you're looking forward to? What are some of your predictions? Leave it down in the comments section below. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. This way it helps me out on the YouTube algorithm, because Lord knows I need it. And you guys have a great day. Stay awesome. And I'll see you back here next time.